Okay. I want you to look at that girl. Look at that girl in a tree. Look at her. What are you doing in the tree, Luna? Luna, what are you doing in the tree? I thought it was the Easter eggers who like to fly, not the Cochins. Luna, what are you doing? Are you getting away from them boys? I don't blame you. They are little Casanovas, aren't they, Luna? Let me go get Luna out of the tree. Oh my goodness. Girlfriend, what are we doing? I don't want to hold this and walk because I don't want to take a chance of tripping in this chicken yard. My knee is popping and giving me fits, but I mean, I'm still walking. But there's a lot of rocks and all kinds of weird stuff in this thing, so sorry about that. Hang on, let me go get the little princess out of the tree. I gotta put them inside anyway. Say hello, Forrest. Say hey, Forrest. Got scabby waddles from the fights with Gunner. Him and Gunner have this thing. I don't know what it is. Gunner's second in charge. Forrest is at the bottom. He wants to skip over Magnus, who doesn't fight unless he has to. He wants to skip over Magnus and go right to second in command. Ambitious, aren't we, Forrest? Let me go get Miss Luna out of her tree. And I'll be right back. Here is my broody cricket, who I cannot break to save my life. She has no eggs under her. She's been doing this for over 2 weeks now. It's all I can do to make her drink water. Come on, girl. Here. Drink some water, girl. I give her special food. I give her water. I'm stuck with doing this. Yeah. Yeah, there you go, girl. See, she's not really drinking on her own. She rarely drinks anything. That's what bugs me. Yeah, I mean, she may drink something when I'm not here, but I kind of doubt she's really doing that very much. That's the thing about broodies. You may think that they'll take care of themselves, but sometimes they actually don't. The first broody I ever had over 16 years ago almost died. She almost killed herself. I didn't have a rooster. I had enough fertile eggs to give her. Girl, here, get that. You gonna drink that? Yeah, there you go, girl. And they do this thing sometimes called fake eating. I have never seen anybody talk about it, but I've watched it quite a few times. Well, they'll pick up food on the ground, and you'll think they're eating, and they'll just drop. If you really look closely, you'll see they're dropping it. Yeah, I made her some eggs and grits today. Got her some of her favorite chopped up spinach, and she won't even eat that. Put it in there, hoping she'll reach down there. Oh, there you go. Eat that, girl. Eat that spinach. Float it in the water, hoping she'll reach for it. It'll give her something to aim for. Sometimes it'll work for some. She is a tough case. I know I can't make you stop, girl. She's a sweet girl, but I'm trying my best to break her up, but it's just not really working. I'll put her with her people. I'll take her out and throw her out there with her people in the morning when they go out. And she'll go around there, and occasionally she'll dust bathe, and then she'll go right back. She'll go right back to the nest in the pen. And at least in this cage, I can have her right near the food and the water, so she's got no excuse. Oh, good. Look at there. Yeah, see, I did make you special food this morning. Good girl. I just wish she'd drink more. She is eating some. I just wish she'd drink more. Yeah, that's some good special food, huh? The things I do for my chickens, I swear. But yeah, Cricket is still broody. I'm going to have to really make an effort to get her to drink, though. I just want to make sure she's actually drinking. She's eating more than she's drinking. Little girl, there's no reason for you to do this because you're not getting any eggs. It's too late to give you eggs now. I'd keep her in a broody state too long if I gave her eggs now. Next time she does it, I'll probably give her eggs because I can't go through this a third time. Remember, she was broody when I was actually in bed with my leg broken and my husband had to deal with her. She held on for 3 weeks. Over 3 weeks then. So anyway. Anyhow. Alright, Cricket. I'm going to leave you alone, girl. Yeah. Always when you build your pens, build separate cages. Build a wall cage. I swear, those things are they're invaluable. They really are. And Brandy still has her neck issue. Brandy, honey. See how her neck is? That is the way it stays. She must have gotten hurt when I was laid up in bed. Okay, hon. Okay. I'll leave you alone. You already laid your egg. You don't need to come back in here. I already got your egg, darling. She's managing to do that. Bash is still mating her. If I had a place to put her, I would, but she'll lose her place in the flock. It's better she stays with them. Anyway, I'm out of here. Let me go outside. Okay. All right, Cora. Oh, it is going to be 70 degrees today, but it is supposed to start raining tomorrow, and then it's going to get pretty cold. Probably right at freezing or a degree or two below freezing. Which I anticipated. My Brussels sprouts are coming up. They're cold weather hardy. My spinach is up, of course. I got carrots up. I'm growing them in a plastic Rubbermaid tote where nothing can tunnel up from underneath to eat those this year. We'll see how those do. I wish I could remember what kind of carrots I planted. I can't remember. I think I planted Royal Chantenay carrots in that. Well, we'll see. My son's supposed to be closing on his house. He's been living in it, I guess, or semi-living in it. He hasn't moved all his major furniture over, but he's supposed to be closing on his house this morning at 10 o'clock. And, of course, it's got postponed till later in the day. He's on spring break, but got postponed. And he had the closing during spring break on purpose. This is why I no longer do that job as a realtor. I put them through college with it, but my God, I don't do my job as a realtor anymore partly because, first of all, the ethics thing of being a realtor is a joke. It's a total joke. And I don't like doing everybody's job for them in order to get a deal to close so that my buyer or my seller doesn't get left out in the cold. But sometimes you have to do everybody's job for them. So my son's really finding that out. But he's so happy to have a house. And it's a pretty house. And it's actually like 2 neighborhoods over from where my other son moved away from to come closer up here, to come into the mountains to live. And of course my older son is mortgage free. He's still trying to get his business off the ground. He's still working at it. He's getting orders. I'm just, you kind of worry when you start a business where it's something that somebody doesn't absolutely have to have. It's something they just want to have, a product they just want to have. And in a time when the prices of everything are through the roof, some people who would have normally purchased from him may be foregoing that just because of the prices are so high. And yeah, so but anyway, yeah, look, if you haven't, go to the community section, look for my post where I ask for questions about chicken keeping. I'm kind of collecting your questions, and I'm going to make a video from them and try to answer your questions. I don't know everything about everything, but I've been keeping and breeding chickens for probably, well, let's see, like 15, almost 17 years now. And not just buying hatchery birds, but breeding and keeping breeding groups and heritage lines. I will tell you one thing. The Dirty Dozen plus one, those are hatchery stock. They're all hatchery birds. They are the flightiest, craziest bunch I've ever seen in my life. They're nuts. The Easter eggers especially are crazy. Now, I have had breeder bred Easter eggers. My June, who's 14, is one of those. And I've had true blue black splash Americanas, true Americanas, who are not same as Easter eggers. And they are not like that. They are just not flighty at all like that. They never were. I've bred Easter eggers myself. from the breeding a true Americana with barred Plymouth Rocks. You know, I call them barred Easter eggers. And they weren't flighty. The temperament is so, how you say it? It's unpredictable with hatchery stock. But my breeder quality birds, my heritage line birds that I hatched from eggs from breeders of quality stock, their temperament is so different than the Easter egger. Now, the Easter eggers aren't mean birds. Don't get me wrong. Now, the Easter eggers are mean to the Bantam Cochins. Some of them are. But I've never seen a crazier bunch in my life. I just hadn't had hatchery. I haven't had hatchery stock in a lot of years. I started with hatchery stock, and when most of them died of internal laying or egg yolk peritonitis or reproductive cancers, you know, I said, I'm not going to do that no more. Hey, Sebastian. You handsome devil, you. You're such a good boy. Handsome angel. He's so good. He's so good. But he's so big. I just went ahead and decided that I'm going to go just to fun, easy birds. Although they're not easy. They're so flighty, they're not that easy. They're crazy. You can't spook these Easter eggers. They'll fly over the fence, and you'll never see them again. You got to be careful not to spook them. But I didn't want separate breeding groups. That's why I went to hatchery stock. I thought I'm just not going to worry about keeping separate groups with their particular roosters, even though I absolutely adore Sebastian. He's a good boy. These are good girls. They're just, you know, they're huge girls. They take up space. They eat a good bit. This bunch eats a lot. My hatchery Brahmas didn't eat so much. These are from a breeder in New York. And, yeah, oh my goodness. These guys, they clean out their feeder. And I mean, they don't just eat the 13 grain scratch. They eat their 22% layer pellets. They eat all the food. They clean that out, and they don't leave it on the floor either. They clean out their feeder. They clean their plates. Let me put it that way. But I adore them. If I only had these, I guess it'd be okay. But they tend to have crop issues when they molt. Anytime you have any kind of underlying issue, if they molt, it'll pop up. Or a molt, I don't know what it is with this group, this particular group that I've had. Crop issues seem to be similar to my blue-black splash Orpingtons I had many years ago that I got from a breeder. So I'm tired of dealing with crop issues. My barred rocks never had a crop issue. Never. My breeder quality Americanas never had a crop issue. None of my mixed breeds ever had an issue. Just these and the Orpingtons always have crop issues. And all these birds in this building are on the same feed. Same feed. I buy it from Tucker Milling. It's Tucker Milling out of Alabama. They still have animal protein from porcine sources in their feed. I get the 22%. Now they're calling it show layer. It used to be called super lay, but now it's show layer. 22% protein. They get it all year round. The Bantams get it because they're mini pellets. They're little bitty pellets. They're not the big ones. So everybody gets the exact same feed, and these are the only ones that ever have crop issues. But usually a crop issue is a sign of some other underlying condition. It's not the main issue. But I don't know about this bunch. This bunch, I don't know. They just tend toward that issue, and I'm kind of tired of dealing with it. They haven't had anything in a while. I mean, if they molt, though, that's when you need to watch out for those crop issues and lay off the little grains, the scratch grains. If you lay off those, they don't have as many problems. So, anyway, I guess this video was really about nothing, wasn't it? I know, Sebastian. You're such a handsome dude. You are such a good boy. He is the sweetest tempered boy. I know, what a good boy you are. You're so good looking. And that girl right there, Cora, is his daughter. She is the youngest. She's 5. But my word, she is the bossiest thing. She will boss everybody but the head hen, BJ, who is that dark Brahma girl right there. So, I'm going to let y'all go. But y'all go to the community section. If you have any chicken keeping questions, put them in there. If I don't know the answer, I'll tell you I don't know the answer. If it's just an opinion question, I'll tell you it's my opinion. But you know, before I ever had chickens, before I ever got my first chicks, I did a lot of research. I had my coop built, predator-proof coop built, and it wasn't this one, obviously. But yeah, I don't know everything. I don't claim to know everything, and nobody can know everything about an animal because they're living beings. And sometimes you see a lot of things that are not textbook. That's one thing people do need to learn. Not everything is textbook. But I'll catch you later, and yeah, put a question down there if you want. Don't try to stump me, because I mean, if I don't know the answer, I'll tell you I don't know the answer. But I do have a lot of what I call sad experience with particular issues, especially when I had my hatchery stock. Those I know a lot about. Some behavioral issues I know about. Some I don't. Some you just, you know, some things you can offer suggestions for, and you know, it's like try this, and that don't work, you're on your own. Catch you later, guys. Have a good day.